The sun had not yet settled, but Comfort's hands were already dusted with salt and pepper. She sat by her wooden table, flipping the hot popcorn in the old iron pot over the coal fire. Children passed by and smiled at her, some stopping to buy, others just waving. Beside her on a small stool were chin-chin, plantain chips and groundnuts, her snacks for sale. Comfort was only 18, but her eyes carried wisdom older than her age. Life had not been easy, but she smiled through it. Her mother was sick at home. Her father had passed when she was small, and her younger brother, Chuka, still in school. So Comfort worked. Every day, she sat by the roadside, not far from the market gate. Her face glowed, her dimples deep, and many who passed would whisper, "This girl fine like tomorrow." But Comfort didn't mind the stares or the small talks. She believed in hard work and keeping her head high. Then Amanda returned. Amanda, her old friend from childhood, had gone to Lagos 2 years ago. She came back with shiny nails, high heels, and a small iPhone that she held like a trophy. When she walked into Comfort's store that evening, Comfort almost didn't recognize her. "Comfort, baby," Amanda said, her voice high and sweet like sugarcane water. "Amanda, is this you?" Amanda smiled, flashing white teeth. "Me nah, Lagos find me well well." They sat together, laughing and catching up. But then Amanda brought out her phone. "Come and see something," she said, tapping her screen. "Look at these girls. See their hair, their clothes. They live in fine houses, travel to Dubai, eat in big restaurants. Na so dem dey now. This one na Blessing, my paddy from Lekki. This one, Rita, she just got new iPhone 14. Comfort scrolled through the pictures with wide eyes. The girls were posing beside cars, swimming in blue pools, smiling with perfect makeup. "They no even fine pass you, Comfort," Amanda said. "You dey sell popcorn here, but you fit live better life." Comfort laughed nervously. "But how dem dey get all these things?" Amanda winked. "Na small small smart move. You get the face, you get the body. Social media dey pay, my girl. No be this roadside hustle wey dey kill person under sun."
Through the sands and the sun's warm embrace, whispers of tales that time cannot erase. A duggo sings where the rivers roam. Stories of wonder will call you home. From the drum beats loud to the stars so bright, her voice rises bold in the heart of the night. Every story an adventure untold, a journey crafted in courage and gold. Africa tales by a doggo, she sings.
Hello everyone. My name is Adugo and you are watching the African Tales channel by Adugo. Before we dive into today's video, please kindly click on that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Now let's get into the story. Comfort went home that night quiet. Her mother asked her what was wrong, but Comfort just shook her head. She couldn't stop thinking about the girls on Amanda's phone. Was there really a better life waiting for her? The next day, Comfort found herself staring at her reflection in the shop's broken mirror. She saw a girl with soft brown skin and tired eyes. Amanda's voice echoed in her head. "You dey waste this fine body under sun." The thoughts refused to go away. That week, Amanda visited again, this time bringing makeup and a wig. "Let me dress you small. Just snap one picture for Instagram. Make we see wetin go happen," she said, laughing. Comfort resisted at first, but curiosity is a hungry bird. It pecks and pecks until you feed it. So she allowed it. Amanda styled her, snapped the pictures and posted it with hashtags. hashtags Naija Beauty, hashtags Lagos Chic, hashtags Pretty Girls Only. Within an hour, likes poured in. That night, Comfort couldn't sleep. She kept checking the comments. Wow, you are hot. DM me, baby. Some even offered money for friendship. Amanda came again 2 days later. You see, you don't blow small. One guy wey dey drive Benz don ask for your number. He say make I connect una. Comfort's heart raced, but I no know am. She said, you no need know, na small small. Just meet am, talk well, take small money. Nobody go beat you. You no dey steal. Comfort looked down at her hands. The same hands that turn popcorn every day. They were rough. Her nails chipped. The girl on Instagram didn't look like this. She looked like someone who lived in an air-conditioned world, who never had to lift a finger. Just one outing. Wear fine dress, enjoy AC, chop correct food. You deserve am. Amanda whispered like a sweet devil. Comfort nodded slowly. That Friday evening, Amanda brought the dress. It was tight and short. Comfort almost cried when she wore it. She had never shown her body like that. But Amanda clapped for her. You look like a slay queen. They met the man at a restaurant. He was older, with a shiny wristwatch and sunglasses at night. He smiled too wide. He called her baby and touched her shoulder too much. Comfort's heart beat fast. Not from excitement, but from fear. She felt something was not right. After they ate, he offered to take her to somewhere special. Amanda gave her a thumbs up behind his back. Comfort didn't know how to say no. They got into the car. The engine purred like a lion. The light outside disappeared. Her chest felt tight. They reached a hotel. Comfort froze. I thought we were going somewhere to talk. The man laughed. This is where I talk best. She turned to Amanda, but Amanda was no longer there. The man reached out to touch her leg, but Comfort pulled back. Stop it, she said, shaking. He frowned. You want to form holy girl after entering my car? She opened the door and ran. She didn't care about her dress or the people looking. She ran barefoot through the streets till she reached her small wooden stall and hid behind it, crying. The next day, Amanda came. Why you run now? You for just chill small. Comfort looked her dead in the eye. You set me up. Amanda shrugged. Na the life, no be everybody fit handle am. Comfort didn't reply. She packed her snacks and cleaned her stall. But something had changed. Inside her, a war had started. And that war was only just beginning. Comfort's heart was heavy the next morning. The air around her felt thick, like it was closing in. As she sat at her stall, stirring the popcorn pot, the memories of the previous night flashed in her mind, and she tried to push them away. The laughter, the strange man, the feeling of being lost. She couldn't escape it. She had been so foolish. Amanda had made everything seem so easy. But now, Comfort knew there were consequences to what she had done. Her world, once simple and peaceful, had been shaken. She couldn't ignore the feeling that something was wrong, that she had made a dangerous choice. Chuka, her younger brother, came running towards her, his school bag bouncing behind him. He was always a bright, cheerful boy with dreams of becoming a doctor. Sister, good morning. He greeted her with a smile. Comfort forced a smile back. Good morning, Chuka. He stopped by her stall, eyes sparkling. I did well in class today. The teacher gave me a star. She chuckled softly. I am proud of you, Chuka. You will be a great doctor one day. But even as she said the words, the weight on her heart didn't lift. Chuka was innocent, still living in the world of school books and games. Comfort had started to wonder if she was losing something precious, something that could never be replaced. She looked at her brother's innocent face and felt a pang of guilt. That afternoon, Amanda came again. She had her usual smile, the one that made Comfort doubt herself. How far now? She asked. You dey alright? Comfort couldn't hide the sadness in her eyes. I am fine. Amanda leaned on the table and glanced at the popcorn. You know, I was talking to some guys last night. They liked your pictures. They want to meet you. You can make real money if you just play your cards right. No more roadside selling. Comfort felt a coldness in her chest. Amanda, I don't want to do this anymore. Amanda blinked, confused. What do you mean? You don't want to make money? You don't want to live well? I don't care about the money anymore. I just want to be me. I've been thinking about things, the way I've been living. It's not who I am. I am not that girl on Instagram. I am not the person you've been telling me to be. Amanda's face hardened. You dey form sense now, Abi? You go still come back when you see how others they enjoy. But Comfort shook her head. I'll manage my snacks here. I'll keep working hard because I know it's honest work. I've been a fool following what's not real. You may have all that glam, but I am not chasing it anymore. Amanda's eyes narrowed, but she didn't argue. She turned and walked away. But Comfort knew the friendship had changed. The bond they once shared was no longer as strong. It felt like a thin thread, easily snapped. The next few days were hard. Comfort went to her stall every day, even when it rained. Even when the world seemed to move too fast around her. She felt the sting of loneliness. Some of the customers she once had, who used to wave at her and smile, now looked at her strangely, as if she were not good enough. The noise of the world, the pictures on Instagram, the flashy cars, it was all so distant now. But Comfort didn't give up. She didn't stop working, even when the hot sun beat down on her. And she was tired beyond words. She kept going. Each bag of popcorn she sold, each packet of granules she handed over, felt like a small victory. She was choosing herself, no matter how hard it was. One day, a man walked up to her store. He was wearing a faded t-shirt and jeans, carrying a small bag. Comfort smiled and greeted him as he approached. I see you every day, the man said, looking at her. You work hard, I can tell. People like you who keep going even when the world looks down on them. Those are the ones who truly shine. Comfort looked up at him, surprised. Thank you. The man smiled and pulled out his wallet. I'll take 2 bags of popcorn, please. She handed him the popcorn and he paid with a generous tip. Keep up the good work, he said, walking away. Comfort watched him go, feeling a warmth in her chest. It was a small act, but it made her believe again. Maybe the world didn't always recognize hard work, but she did. She would keep doing what she knew was right, no matter who came and went. Days turned into weeks, and Comfort's life began to settle back into the rhythm of the streets. The familiar sound of her popcorn pot popping, the faces of children stopping by, the hustle of life that she had known for so long. Amanda never returned. And as for Comfort, she had learned a lesson that would stay with her forever. That nothing truly valuable could be found in pictures or quick fame. The real beauty was in the simple things. The work, the sweat, the honesty of the life she was building with her own hands. Comfort had learned to trust herself again. Comfort's days began to follow a steady pattern. The rhythm of her life was simple, but in its simplicity, she found peace. Each morning, she woke early to prepare her popcorn and snacks. She worked with the rising sun, and by the time it set, she was often exhausted, but proud of the work she had done. The children who came by to buy were always happy to see her, and slowly, Comfort started to notice something. They didn't just see her as the girl who sold snacks. They saw her as something more. They saw her as someone who had the strength to stay, to keep going, even when it was hard. One afternoon, as Comfort was packing up her things, a familiar face appeared. It was Chika, one of the children from the neighborhood. He was about 12 years old, but his eyes were wise for his age. He had always admired Comfort from a distance, watching her work tirelessly. Comfort, are you still making your snacks? Chika asked shyly. Comfort smiled warmly. Yes, I am. You want some? Chika shook his head. No, I was just wondering. You know, My sister always talks about Instagram and how people make money there. Why don't you try it? I see how much you work, and maybe you could get more people to know you. More people could buy your snacks, you know. Comfort paused, looking at Chika. She thought about the temptation of social media, the way Amanda had painted it as a doorway to wealth and fame. She remembered the feeling of unease that had followed her after that first attempt. The man in the hotel, the false promises. She shook her head. I've learned something, Chika. Comfort said softly. It's easy to want what others have, but you can't chase other people's dreams and forget your own. My work here, selling these snacks, it's real. It is honest. No filters, no fancy pictures. I've been there, and I know that the best things come from staying true to yourself. Chika looked at her, his face thoughtful. I guess you are right. It's better to work for what you have than to just look for something easy. Comfort nodded, proud of the way he understood. Exactly. You have to build your own future, not just hope it will come because of a picture or a post. There is a lot of joy in hard work. Trust me, you will find your own path one day. Chika smiled brightly. I'll remember that. And with that, he ran off, probably to continue his adventure for the day. But something inside Comfort felt lighter. She had spoken those words not just to Chika, but also to herself. She had reminded herself of the truth she had almost forgotten. That working with your hands, staying humble, and doing the right thing were worth more than any fleeting moment of attention. But as much as she had come to peace with her life, the world around her hadn't changed. The whispers of social media still echoed in her mind, tempting her to believe that there was more, that maybe she could still chase that elusive dream. But Comfort knew now that the dream wasn't hers to follow. Weeks passed and Comfort continued her routine. Then one Friday afternoon, something unexpected happened. A man in a crisp suit approached her store, his shoes polished and his tie neat. He looked out of the place among the hustle of the street vendors and market goers. Comfort glanced at him and noticed the serious look on his face. Are you Comfort? He asked, his voice smooth and professional. Comfort wiped her hands on her apron, unsure. Yes, I am. He smiled politely. I am Mr. Adewale. I work for a company that handles events. We are looking for someone to cater snacks at a large party next weekend. Would you be interested? Comfort blinked. A catering job? For a party? She had never done something like this before. I don't usually cater for big events. I just sell here on the roadside. Mr. Adewale nodded. I understand, but I have seen your work. Your popcorn and snacks are well known in this neighborhood. People come to you because they trust what you do. I think you are capable of doing something bigger. We would like to give you the chance. Comfort's heart raced. She had never imagined herself at such an event, mixing with the rich and powerful, serving snacks at a grand occasion. But at the same time, it felt like a real opportunity, a chance to show that her small business could grow. I can do it, she said quietly, more to herself than to him. I will do it. Mr. Dewale handed her his business card. Here is my number. Give me a call if you decide. I believe in your potential, Comfort. Don't let this chance slip away. As he walked away, Comfort stared at the card in her hand. It felt heavy, as if the weight of the decision had already begun to settle on her shoulders. She had always kept her world small, her small roadside stall, her simple snacks, the life she knew. But now, a door had opened. Should she walk through it? That night, Comfort sat on her small stool, the moonlight casting shadows over the store. She could hear the soft hum of traffic in the distance, the sound of people laughing and chatting, going about their lives. But here, in her small corner of the world, she felt a sense of calm. The offer from Mr. Adewale was tempting, but was it worth living the life she knew? Would catering at a big party bring her happiness, or would it pull her further away from what she truly valued? Comfort closed her eyes, feeling the cool night air on her face. She didn't have to decide yet. The road ahead would unfold, and she would follow it with her eyes open, knowing that wherever it took her, she would stay true to herself. Tomorrow would come, and with it, another opportunity. But for tonight, she was content. The days that followed felt like a storm had passed, leaving Comfort's mind clear but still troubled. She couldn't stop thinking about the opportunity Mr. Adewale had given her. On one hand, it was a chance to grow, to show the world that a girl selling popcorn on the roadside could do something big, something important. But on the other hand, Comfort felt a twinge of fear. Would this new path take her further from the life she knew? Would it change her like social media had once tried to? Comfort's heart wavered as she walked her store each day, selling her snacks with the same steady redeem. She had gotten used to the looks from the children, the nods from the old women who would pass by, whispering about her, admiring her strength. They didn't know her story, but they respected her for what she did. That, to Comfort, was worth more than anything else. But now, there was this new possibility. She wasn't sure whether it would be a blessing or a curse. One afternoon, she decided to call Mr. Adewale. "Hello," came the voice on the other end. "It's Comfort from the snack store," she said, her voice a little shaky. "I was thinking about your offer." There was a pause on the line before Mr. Adewale spoke again. "I am glad to hear from you. Have you decided?" Comfort swallowed. "I want to take the chance. I want to cater at the event, but I am still a little nervous. I've never done anything like this before." Mr. Adewale chuckled, his voice warm. "That's the spirit. You don't need to be perfect. Just bring your best. And don't worry, we will guide you. We will make sure everything works out." Comfort's mind raced. Could she really do this? Could she step out of her comfort zone and be more than just the girl on the roadside? That night, she told her mother about the offer. "Are you sure about this, Comfort?" her mother asked, sitting up slowly from her bed, her face full of concern. Her voice was weak, a reminder of the sickness she had battled for years. "This is a big step. It might take you away from here. From me." Comfort nodded, holding her mother's hands tightly. "I am not leaving you, Mama. I'll always come back here. I just want to see if I can do something more with the work I've started." Her mother smiled weakly. "You have always been a hard worker, my child. Whatever you decide, I will support you." The next morning, Comfort woke up with
Holds the soul of the land, a symphony.